Hi guys, welcome back. So today's video is about this website called Relative Finder, or specifically it's relativefinder.org, and this website helps you find relatives. So it can show you how you are related to certain people in your neighborhood or in your church community. It can also help you figure out how you're related to famous people throughout history, such as people who are famous actors or people who are part of the Mayflowers or prophets in the LDS church. So, yeah, just helps you figure out how you're related to everybody. This website is actually not from Family Search. It is actually Family Search certified, so it's kind of like a third-party website. This is their homepage before logging in. So we're going to click on the login with our Family Search account right here and log in. And I'll show you what it looks like after I log in. And this is what their homepage looks like after you log in. It does look a little complicated, but we're going to break it down and show you how it all works. So up here at the top is a search bar, so you can actually type in an ancestor or a famous person and you can just immediately search them and see how you are related to them. So I'm going to type a name and show you how it works. France. So as you can see, I was typing Francis and it has now pulled up a list of males who are named Francis, and now I can see how I'm related to them. And then if I delete, it will pull up the original list. Right here is just saying when's the last time I've updated my tree. It's showing 50 out of 544 relatives, and how many ancestors and generations they are using. And then over here you can just download pretty much what you see here on the home page. Then right below all of that is just a list of people who are on the website. Generally famous people, as you can see, a sport figure, somebody who was part of the Mayflower, more Mayflower people, US president. Then the middle column is showing how you are related to them. I'm going to insert a photo right here showing how cousins work, such as, fourth cousin X times remove, 3-4 times remove, just so you can understand and have a reference when you go onto this website. So back here to the Relative Finder. Right here on the right hand side is showing you what group or where they're from. So such as we saw earlier, this was a sports figure, this person is part of the Mayflower, this person is a US president. So over here on the left hand side is a list of groups. The first one will be private groups that you have joined, and then the second part of the list is more popular public groups here on the website. So such as you can see composers or royalty, because everybody wants to know if they're related to a royal. Famous people throughout the LDS church, the Mayflower of course, and US presidents. So we can now click on the famous person's name or relative's name, however you want to look at it, and see how we're related to them. So I can click here on Gordon B. Hinckley and it should show me how I'm related to Gordon B. Hinckley. So it's now pulled up me on Family Search, and then over here on the right hand side, him on Family Search. And then it's showing us how we are related. So we are a third cousin, fourth time remove. We are related through my mother's side and his mother's side. Even though you guys can't really see that because I probably have this all blurred, but yeah. and then that Gordon B. Hinckley is under the LDS Prophets group, and that I can share this on Twitter if I so choose to. Okay, coming back up here, there's this little triangle right here, and this is kind of a little weird but cool feature. I'm going to click on this triangle, and then it says view all relations. What this should do is pull up a list of all my ancestors who are related to Gordon B. Hinckley, and how they are related to me, and how they are related to Gordon B. Hinckley, if that makes sense. So let's click on this and I'll show you. View relations. So yep, it has pulled up this page, and it says, and it is showing a list here on the left of my ancestors. And then here in the middle column, it is showing how they are related to Gordon B. Hinckley. And then over here on the far right, it is showing how they are related to me. And then up here at the top, once again, we have a search bar, so I can type in ancestor's name, and it should pull up that ancestor. So now I type Mary, and it's pulling up all my ancestors and Gordon B. Hinckley's ancestors that names start with Mary. And then we can change the view chart by seeing ancestors to relation, relation to each other, or relation to mother-father's chain. So if we click on one of these, it is now showing common ancestors that Gordon B. Hinckley and I have. And then over here on the side is my relation to Gordon B. Hinckley through this common ancestor, if that makes sense. Then we can click on the mother-father's chain. Then we have once again a list on the side of that common ancestor. Then in the middle column, it will show how they are related to Gordon B. Hinckley that way. And then on the far right is how they are related to me. So this is kind of confusing, so I'm going to kind of explain. This is Gordon B. Hinckley's father's father's mother's father. Gordon B. Hinckley's dad, and then his dad's dad, then his dad's mom, then his mom's dad. And then you can just download what you see here onto a PDF chart and print it, or whatever you want with that PDF file. So let's go back. And now we're back here to showing my relation to Gordon B. Hinckley. We've done these, so let's go right here. So right here is view on virtual pedigree. Virtual pedigree is another website that the same people who created Relative Finder have created this virtual pedigree website. So if you click right there, it should take you to virtual pedigree, which is a free website, but then you kind of pay to be able to do more things on that website. I'm not going to click on it. Then over here is download the PDF file. So if you want to download the PDF file of what you're going to see down here, that's how you do it. Then chart options, which we'll come back to, and then down below is how you're related to each other. Such as like when you're on Family Search and it says view relationship, and you click on that and it pulls up how you're related to them. This is pretty much the exact same thing. So we'll scroll down and see that. So I've scrolled down as much as I could, and now you can kind of see how I'm related to Gordon B. Hinckley. So you pretty much just follow the little lines. So you just see on Gordon B. Hinckley's dad, it has a line that goes up to his parents, and then you go up on his dad's line, and it goes up to his grandparents, his great-grandparents. That's kind of how that works out. Instead of showing, instead of just showing your father's father's father, it's now showing who both parents are. I'm also sorry for the blurs, but I have to keep my family life private, so please deal with the blurs. You're kind of going to notice they're all throughout this video. Okay, let's scroll up some so I can show you how to change the chart. Okay, so we're going to change the chart. So we're going to click here on chart options. And now it's saying we can hide their birth country or show their birth country. So underneath their name, their birth year, and their ID, we can show what country they were born in. It shows a little flag saying, hey, they were born in America or Canada. Or we can hide that. Same with picture. You can show the picture or hide their picture. So now we have chart layout, which here is their regular or inline, which is more like what you see on Family Search. So yep, this is more what you see on Family Search. Minus this whole like side right here and this side. But whatever. Okay, back to regular. So the next one is chart colors, which is hidden or you can show, which I actually think you can change the chart colors if I remember correctly. Yep. So if we want to make things purple, we go set color and now Gorby Hinckley's purple instead of yellow. Or green, as you know. We want to make a mini color. Then you can change the colors of the males and the females or the text. So if any of these colors do not work for you, you can always change them. So that's pretty much everything about just showing how you're related to that one famous person. We're going to go back to the home page. Okay, now we're back to the home page. And the middle column, we already said, was how you're related to them. And we've kind of showed on Hinckley's page what the little arrow means. It means you can view relatives who are both related to that famous person and you. So that's what that little arrow would do. If you click on it and then view all relations, it would bring you back to that page. And then right here you can click on groups. So we can click on the LDS Prophet group and it will show a list of all the LDS prophets and how you are related to them. So let's click on it. So here's the LDS Prophets group. And once again, you have a search bar, so we can type, David and pull up David O. McKay and see how I'm related to him or any other prophet. And just like the home page, it will have listed on the left side all the famous people, or in this case, prophets. The middle column will be how you're related to them. And then off to the right side is that common ancestor of how you're related to them. So, and then once again, you can click on a prophet and it will pull up the how you're related to them page. I'm not going to do that because you guys already know how that works. So go back. Okay, now we're back to the home page and I'm going to show you these little group filters on the side. So right now it's showing you, I believe, all these groups. I may be wrong on that. And we can sit here and click on composers. And now it's going to show you how you're related only to just composers. Or we can click Mayflower. And now it's going to show you how you're related to composers and Mayflowers. Then you can unclick composers and see how you're related to just people from the Mayflower. So you can click on as many groups over here as you want, or as few as you want. Okay, so I think that's everything for the home page. So now we're going to talk about this little section right here. Our first one is relatives, and then it's showing, then you have the option to click on either one of these. My relatives doesn't really work if you're already on you, exploring yourself, because that's what you're doing. But if you click on Masquerade, you can actually type in somebody else's ID on Family Search, such as like your husband or your half brothers and sisters, and see how they are related to famous people here on the website. So let's click on Masquerade. And it has now pulled us to the Masquerade page. And like I said, you just type their Family Search ID and you put that in, and then it will And it'll pretty much do what it was doing before, but with that person's ID. It'll show how they are related to prophets or people on the Mayflowers or composers or whatever. So that's how you do that. So next is groups. So this is pretty much how you do what they list here. Join a group, create a group, manage the group that you've created, or view community groups. So if you want to join a group, we're going to click join. And then you type in the group's name. And now it's pulled up that group that you were looking for. Sorry for the blurs, but this is my wards group and it was the only one I could think of. So once the group is found that you want to join, you can click on the group. Then it's going to ask for a password. Generally because all the groups that you would want to join should have a password. And if you know the group's password, then you can enter that in and you are now part of the group and it will show you how you relate to everybody in that group. I'd show you, but I can't remember my ward's password for this group page. I can't remember it. So I can't show you because I can't remember. So next is create a group. So we're going to click on that. You type in your group name, the description, the password. So you can create a group for like your ward or a class project, for a family reunion, so you can see how your in-laws and a half brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles are all related to each other and related to famous people. I don't know. You could create a group for whatever reason you want. And then you can create a private group or you can create a community group. Community group is a public group, or a private group is just, you know, a private group that you have a password and only people who know the password can join. I don't know anything else about creating a group because I've never created one, so yeah. Okay, management. Click on manage and it should show you the groups that you've created and how managing them goes. Once again, this isn't going to do anything really for me because I've never created a group, but we'll see what the page looks like. So for me, it's pulling up first the private group that I have joined and then public groups that are most popular here already on the websites. And then over here on the side, once again, we have filters. So, yeah, not really showing me much. Okay, community. We'll go to that. So community here shows you a list of every group that has ever been created on this website, whether they're private or not, I do believe. Up at the top, you can search for a group and be like LDS, and it is now pulling up all the groups that start off saying LDS. Or you can go by alphabetical order. So you can click on the M's and then view everything, then view all the groups that start with the M's. Once you find a group that you want to join or view, you can click that group's name and view that. So like I've just pulled up the Martin and Willie Handcart Company and is now showing me all the people I'm related to and how. Let's go back. So on the far right column is stars, and you can click on the star and make it your favorite, and then you can always have that be at the top of your list or near the top of your list. Then the second column is groups, the group name, such as, you know, LDS famous people, the Martin Handcart Company, BYU. Then the next column is the group description, so famous people who did stuff in the LDS church, you know, presidents, famous professors, and donors of the BYU, or whatever. And then on the far right-hand side is how many members. So like the Prime Minister for Canada, there's only 15 Prime Minister. For the Martin Willie Handcart Company, there's 584 people who are part of that. And so there's that many members. I think that's everything for finding any group here on the website, whether it be private or not. So the next section is kind of a cool one. It's actually how to connect with people. I don't know, I guess we'll have to go down the list and show you how you can connect with people without them being famous people or in a group here on Relative Finder. So first is connect with people nearby. So let's click on that and I'll show you what that's like. So I've clicked on it and it's first pulled up with this private agreement, and you have to agree to it. So what they're going to do is they're actually going to show a map of where you're at or where you're located. And then it's going to let them know, and then it's also letting you know that in 8 hours that location will be deleted for privacy reasons. I'd show you guys how this section works, but I do not want to show you guys where I live. And it only kind of does a mile radius from where you're at. So I can't really show you guys because then you know where I live. So sorry, you're going to have to figure that one out on your own. So close. With a friend. So we'll click on that. So how this works is you would actually put your friend's ID in. I believe you would want to do their ID from Family Search. Then it'll send them like a little email and a little thing here on this website, and they'll want to come to this page and then click join on the session, and then you guys can view both you, your friend, and the relatives that you both share or share with famous people. So that's kind of cool to do side-by-side comparison with your friends. I think that's really fun. So next on the list is with deceased people. And once again, it's the same as the Masquerade. 2 deceased people. And it's the same as the Masquerade or the with a friend. You just have 2 IDs that you put in. And then more is just settings, help, or donate. Settings actually goes to you. Settings goes to your personal account, and you can edit things about your personal account, such as your name, how much people view about you, or to update your tree if you haven't been to the website in a while. Then help is where you get help, and donate if you want to donate money to this company. So I think that's everything for relativefinder.org. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was very informative, and you guys have a fun time seeing how you're related to famous people throughout history. I know I personally enjoy it and think it's kind of cool and fun, especially to find out things that I didn't quite know that weren't passed down in the family tree, just to find out, oh, I do have ancestors who, direct ancestors who are part of the Mayflower, or that I'm a 3rd cousin 4th time removed to Gornby Hinckley, or I had ancestors who were part of the Salem witch trials or the Martin Handcart Company. I wasn't really told those things growing up, and so it's kind of cool to see how I'm related to these famous people, or to know that I have ancestors who were part of famous events throughout history. If you guys have any questions, please comment below. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. If you guys have any suggestions on anything else I should film, please also comment below. And I hope you all have a beautiful week. Bye.